What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert. I am just some random dude on YouTube, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple of years ago, I was about $30,000 deep in some pretty bad medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work really hard and invest my money. And I am very happy to say that I am now financially free. So if I can pass along any of that information to you guys and change your lives just a little bit for the better, that's all a guy can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. With that being said, today we are doing our subscriber requested video of the day, and that video is going to be coming from macroscopic. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, brother. My man, when you get a chance, can you look at Hyliion stock? Chris Sain got me in on this, but man, oh man, the people who got burned in the 50s and 40s are telling me all sorts of stuff. I bought in at 1660. It's the only stock that I'm truly worried, thanks to your vids on MVIS and Clean. Chris said it's a $60 play, but your chart analysis is why I come back every video. Thanks for everything, and appreciate Hyliion if you can. Well, Meki, my brother, I appreciate you saying those nice things, and today you're a lucky man because that is the stock we're going to be covering. So I want to pull up, for those who don't know what Hyliion is, a quick overview of Hyliion. I need to clear out some of my browsers. What the heck? All right, so I've got this pulled up right here. Hyliion Holdings Corp designs, develops, and sells electrified powertrain solutions for the commercial transportation industry. It provides battery management systems for hybrid and fully electric vehicle applications. The company was founded in 2018 and is based in Cedar Park, Texas. If we look at the 52-week range, we've gotten all the way up to 58.66, and right now we're sitting barely above $15. Oof. That's a sell-off, let me tell you. If you were shorting that stock, you're probably a pretty happy guy. If you were holding at 50 bucks, I feel pretty bad. That's no fun. The average volume we're looking at is a little less than 4 million. We've been seeing more than that as of late, and the market cap is $2.54 billion. Analyst Opinion, you know, we can see Hyliion has received a consensus rating of hold. Average rating score is 2.33 and is based on 1 buy rating, 2 hold ratings, and no sell ratings. I probably wouldn't sell at this point either. According to analysts' consensus price target of $23, Hyliion has a forecasted upside of 39.6% from its current price of $16.48. So that's a little bit of an outline. I do see that $23 coming pretty easily, to be honest. I think it's actually got a lot more upside than that. They're being pretty conservative just because it's gotten beat down a little bit. But with that being said, we're going to take a look at the volume moving average. We're going to look at the 6-month chart here. We're going to look at the 1-day, 1-minute chart here. So there's a couple different avenues that we can approach this depending on your trading strategy. If you're a mid to long-term investor, like my friend Meki, who suggested this video, who requested the video, well, this one's going to be for you right here. We've got a couple of different levels that we're watching for. So you can see here over the last 6 months that this 1805 price valuation was very important. This acted as a very strong acting level of support. You can see here right before August that this price was bounced off of. We saw a little bit of a price rejection, bounced off, came up, and we shot up a little bit. So this is another level of resistance right here that we must have pushed through. And then over here it's acted as a level of support. We bounced off, came up, came down, bounced off, and then we had a little bit of not of a price rejection that went through. The shorts and the bears won the battle here. However, we are not really that far under the support level right here. So right now, support is really looking at the present moment about here. Let me just pull this down a little bit so you can see that. All right. Support about here at, looks like 16, oh, it's hard to see, but I think that's 1607. Yep, 1607. So we currently have a support sitting at 1607. And that is a great entry point. If you are not currently in this stock, take a macroscopic view, my friends. Look at this. we are very unlikely to ever see price valuations this low again. The lowest the stock price has been in the last 6 months is about $12.90. You can see here that this was June 19th. That was a long time ago, guys. And before that, it was trading in the $10 range and shot off. And we've been trading at least above this price window for a very long time. And looks like we're back in there right now. This is a very tight spread. And it looks to me like once we push through this $18.05 mark, the next target is $27.16. Because look, guys, there hasn't really been any levels of resistance in this price valuation range yet, right? It's been pretty smooth sailing. It moves very freely. It's not this up and down crap that we're seeing happen right now. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just bouncing around, doing some consolidating. Once we break through 1805, based off of previous trends, the next level we're looking for, guys, is $27.16. And if I remember correctly, I think $23 was the Analyst's Opinion, $23. So that does make sense to me. I can see that. I would actually one up them and say $27 in the near term. I think $27 is a very fair price target to set for the stock based on previous trends. As you can see here, it was a level of resistance in the past, and it was a level of resistance in the past here. We shot off pretty hard when it was hit. So first, we're going to be looking to break through 1805 with a solid support level sitting at $16.07. If you don't currently have a position in this stock, I do think that 1607, or even if you catch it slipping under $16, anywhere in the $15 range is a great entry point. And I think if you can ride that up to $27, you know, you're going to be a pretty happy guy. And if we can break through that $27 resistance, I mean, look at this, guys, $31, $40. You know where this is going. If it breaks through $27, I think this will be a $30+ stock very easily, very easily. And that's why I think Chris Sain is suggesting this to you guys. He's not a bro investor. He knows exactly what he's doing. I guarantee you he looks at these charts, but he keeps it simple for his subscribers. That way everyone can track what's happening and everyone can make money. He knows what he's doing, and this stock is going to take off. So to my friend, don't worry about this thing, man. Stocks are always going to go up and down. They're always going to be a roller coaster. You're not going to make money every day, but this will go back up. It's just a matter of when it breaks this $18.05 range. Don't let your friends who got burned in the 40s and 50s influence your decision making, because at the end of the day, they bought when it was very obviously being overbought. I mean, look at this. There was no price correction from August all the way to September. Tell me how that works. How can you go up? How can you be green, 1, 2, 3, 2/3 of the days without any price correction and expect it not to have a price correction? That's just how it works. A prime example is Fubo. Fubo has been getting absolutely hammered. They have been getting just killed lately because of how fast they grew. And the same thing happened with Hyliion. They had a price correction. Granted, it was a very harsh price correction, and I haven't looked at news. I'm getting this from a completely technical standpoint. There may have been a reason, but it was a price correction. We came back down to support, and here we are now. So don't let your friends influence you because they bought in at the wrong time. You have to look at the price valuation now and the macroscopic view. And the macroscopic view to me, man, is saying this is a great entry point. There's not a lot of risk. We're trading within this really tight window of price because the last trading price was in the $10 range, and I just don't see that happening. I don't see how this drops to $10. So that's a macroscopic mid to long-term investor's view. If you're going to day trade this stock, day or swing trade, you're looking at a support here at about 16.16. We did dip below that very short amount of time, but it did come back up. We had price correction, so that is good to see. And we have a secondary support at 16.45 with a resistance line sitting right up here at $17.09. So on market open on Monday, we're going to be looking at 16.30 in the pre-market, 16.33. And what I would watch for is if we start to approach the 16.16 level, or if we start to approach the 17.09. If we approach this 16.16 and you see a bounce off, it seems likely that we may have a green day. Typically a bounce off, especially if you have more than one, indicates that the stock it has weak sellers and it has strong buyers who are preventing the stock from decreasing. So you can see here, bounced off, came back up, bounced off, came back up, came back up, came back up. That's an indicator of weak sellers and strong buyers. This is an indicator of weak buyers and strong sellers. Bounced off, drop down. Bounced off, drop down, bounced off, drop down. That's exactly, it's just the patterns, guys. That's as simple as it gets. So if you see a bounce off of 1616 in the pre-market or the regular hours, I would expect to approach the 1709. So you may want to day or swing trade it that way. You could get in at 1616, get out as close to 1709 as you'd like. I would recommend getting as close to the $16 range as you can if you're going to swing trade this. Like 1645, it's tough to say, you know, it's a little tight of a spread to be looking for, but you could do the opposite, right? If we open at 1709 and it hits this mark and it all of a sudden starts, it bounces off, comes down, you can short the stock because it may mimic exactly what happened here and a harsh sell-off. You know, of course, I would recommend trading, setting a stop loss on your stock. So if you enter at 1709, I would recommend setting a stop loss for anywhere between 1720 to 25, depending on how much you're willing to lose, how much you're willing to risk, in case there's like a fake breakout, you know, that kind of thing. That is how I would play it if you're going to day or swing trade. So that is what I have for Hyliion. Last thing, the volume moving average. In case you are not aware of the volume moving average and what it is, it reflects the volume in a stock. So you can see here, we were trading above the volume moving average for a very long time in August, and that indicates bullish control, which means that bulls are majority controlling the shares that are being traded on any given day. You can see here that, you know, September through October, the bears were in complete control. So if you were shorting the stock, you made a lot of money. And you can see we were trading below the volume moving average, so the bears were in control. All of this trading is red, meaning that the sellers controlled most of the shares. So if you really want a good idea of a day to buy your shares or an entry to the stock, try and buy below the volume moving average on a day when the bears are in control and not the bulls. And that is because if you buy it on a bearish day, you're going to be buying it for cheaper than you are on a bullish day. And you always, always, always want to buy your stocks for as cheap as you possibly can. That way you can maximize your margin and maximize your returns. So that is what I have on Hyliion Holdings Corporation, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like if you did. I really appreciate it. It does help support the channel. Consider subscribing if you have not already. I do post videos every day, and I do a subscriber requested video every single day. So I may cover yours if you drop it in the comment section down below. And lastly, I have an affiliate link in my description for TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a monthly subscription based website that I personally pay for. I have the pro membership, which is $9 a month, and it helps me optimize my SEO results, which basically just allows my videos to become searchable. It's why I went from 0 to almost 800 subscribers in about 3 weeks. It's a huge part of that. So if you're interested as a content creator in optimizing your search results and your SEO score, I do recommend that you click on the link and use it. It does pay a direct commission to the channel, so it's a great way to support the channel. They do have a free option as well that you can use with a few less tools, and if that doesn't interest you, that's totally fine. I just appreciate you guys being a part of the community and joining the journey out here at Trey's Trades. So that is what I have for you guys today, and I will see you all next time. Peace.